Hello, this is Professor Johnson and ready for another segment of Views from an HBCU economist. So today I want to talk about production costs and so how to calculate that without pen, pencil, and paper or calculators. Let's get rid of the calculators and in its place, let's use Microsoft Excel. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So the question is, how can Excel calculate production cost? So there are a few reasons why you want to use Excel. And so one, it's going to make your life easier in the future, even though there might be some setup costs at the beginning. And there'll be less chance for calculation errors if you set up the spreadsheet right. And also, lastly, and most importantly, this is a skill that industry is looking for. And so it'll make yourself more marketable. And so next, let's look at an example of an Excel spreadsheet. And so what I really want you to point out to you are the letters at the top and the numbers on the side. And so what I want you to notice here are these letters. The letters represents the column where these different cells are. So maybe you see like the green outline of this cell. And so that will help us know that, oh, this is column C. And then we can look and see, okay, that's column 10. So that would be, this cell is C10. And so that's how you outline where numbers are, where figures are in the spreadsheet. And so the next thing that I want to hone in on is this. It's important that you know how to reference cells. And because instead of typing out the number in the spreadsheet, you want to make sure you know where it's located. And so let's talk about an example of how we can locate number. Like here we've got 41 here. And so if we want to reference it in a cell, so maybe we want to put it in this outline green space, what we want to do here is hit the equal sign. And then rather than typing 41 there, we would want to type in the column, which is C, and then the row, which is 4. So in C8, I would do equal C8. And let me show you how that would look. And so you notice the letter C is circled, the letter, the row, the number 4 is a circle. And so that's what I want to put in C8. So I've got the spreadsheet here, and you see in C4, we've got 41. And so in C8, what I want to do is reference that number. Now you could type in the number 41, but that's not what I want to do. I want to hit equal, and it's going to go up here. And then I'm going to do C4, like the number I circled. And then that's going to allow, it's going to link it to that cell. So like if I change this number to 28, it's going to automatically change to 28. And that's the power of Excel. Because once you've got the formula figured out, the numbers will recalculate. So when you're trying to do multiple problems, there will be no issue. So let's do a sample problem. Okay, we're going to hypothetical firm Brady Brownies. And so we're going to show a revenue and cost schedule for Brady Brownies. And we're going to try to find the following: total revenue, marginal cost, and average cost. So let's see how that works. So let's assume you have a homework problem and you see a revenue and cost schedule. So what you want to do here is you want to click and drag, and you click and drag, and then what you want to do is go here to home and click on copy, and then go to I'm going to go start with A1, and then I'm going to go to home, and then I'm going to click paste. So there's our table. And so here our goal is, how do we calculate revenue? And so the first thing we need to do is find the formula. So I'm going to OpenStack's Principles of Microeconomics, and I'm going to actually go down to chapter 8, and I want to go to section 8.2. And so that will lead us to the formula for total revenue. It's in parentheses, price times quantity produced. So now let's go back to the Excel spreadsheet, and you will note we've got price here, and it doesn't say quantity produced, but it says quantity. So those are the two columns I want. And so this is how we do formulas in Excel. We do cell references. So first we're going to hit equal and see row 2, and then we're going to actually you're going to do the parentheses, because that's how we multiply two numbers. And then I want to left click on 0, or you can type in column A, row 2. And then the multiplication sign is the asterisk above the number 8. And then we're going to left click on 10, or column B, row 2. And then we're going to do the parentheses. That's basically the formula for total revenue. We're going to hit equal. And then to quickly copy those formulas, what you need to do, you see the white cross or X, and then you want to go to the corner to where it becomes a skinny or black cross, or black cross, and then you just left click and drag, and that's how you copy the formulas across the board. So that is how you do total revenue. So going back to the textbook, I want to scroll down to marginal revenue. And so that's in this section. And so marginal revenue, the formula right here is here, change in total revenue divided by change in quantity. And so we've got the total revenue figured out, and we already had quantity. So it's just a matter of plugging those numbers in. So let's go back to the Excel spreadsheet. You can't do marginal revenue for 0, and actually do that for marginal cost. You can't divide anything by 0. So that's going to be an A, but we can do the rest of the quantities. And so I'm going to hit the equal sign again, parentheses, and remember the formula is change in total revenue. So I want to do the current revenue when the quantity is 5, then subtract the previous revenue when the quantity was 0, and then put that in parentheses. And then the division sign is the backslash, and then that's the division sign. Then we're going to do parentheses. And then now we want to do the change in quantity. So we are at 5 now. We want to subtract the previous quantity, which is 0, put that in parentheses, and that is how we do marginal revenue. And so then you left click on this number, and if you want to copy, go to the lower right hand corner, left click, and then drag, and that's your marginal revenue. And then we've got marginal cost. So let's go back to the formula to see marginal cost. So, marginal cost is right here. It's a similar equation. It's just the change in total cost divided by the change in quantity. So it's just a matter of looking at different columns. So we're going to be looking at column E and column A. And so now we're going to do equal parentheses, the total cost at quantity of 5, which is 40, subtract the total cost when the quantity was 0, and put a parenthesis there, backslash for division, then another parentheses, and then just like marginal revenue, we're going to hit 5, subtract, which is A3, and then subtract 0, which is column A, row 2, and then just hit equal. And then we left click on the number, then put then left click in the lower right hand corner, and then just drag. And there's your total revenue and marginal cost. And so we just got one more left to go. Okay, going back here, we're going to go to chapter 7, though. We're going backwards. That's where production costs are. And then I'm going to go to cost in chart run. Actually, just scroll down here to average and marginal cost. And here is average cost right here. And this is the formula right here, AC equal to TC over Q. So going back to this formula, I still want E and column A, but the equation's different, because here all I'm interested in is E4 or E3, which is what the cost is for 5, and then division, and then just the quantity, which is 5. And so we get 8. And then again, we can left click and drag. And this is what we would call the average cost for each of the quantities. And so that's it. Once you've got the setup here, the beauty here is I can change some of the numbers here. So let me change quantity here, and you're going to see quickly how the numbers will automatically recalculate. So that's the beauty of having it set up of it, because then that's going to your numbers are going to change real quick. And so let's say I said 12, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4. Look at how the numbers change automatically. And oh, by the way, let me change total cost. So let's say this is 40, 50, 62, 77, 80. And so do you get the idea? Everything is changing. And so that's the beauty of being able to do it in Excel. All the numbers change automatically. And so and so then in closing, what we can show here is how once you set up the spreadsheet, then life becomes easier. And so this is something like if you're doing a quiz, you have a blank Excel spreadsheet, but basically what you can do is plug in the key numbers, and you'll be able to get average cost or marginal revenue, marginal cost based on what the multiple choice questions saying. And you can do it relatively quick for multiple questions. Or if it's a homework assignment, one where you can copy and paste the table. Being able to set up the spreadsheet on the fly real quick will allow you to complete your homework so much quicker. And so once you have these skills in place, it's going to make it easier for you not only to be successful in microeconomics, but to be successful in your accounting courses. And so highly recommend using Excel. And once you're able to master these key formulas, put it on your resume. It's going to help you become more marketable in the workplace. So until next time.